Yo, 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 what's up, good people? Y'all know what time it is, baby. It's AA Sports, straight sports, no chaser. And you got the super team of Sports Talk here with y'all on one half of it. Diego Barishnikov, the Black Dominican Russian. And I'm here checking in with my main man, my partner in crime. They call him the 6 foot and under post-up champ. Tell him who you are.
What's good people? It's the other A and AA Sports, your boy Uncle Hate, broadcasting live on a Thursday. First time in a long time we've been on this show on a Thursday, and we were not checking the score or rushing to get off. There are no games tonight.
Yeah, no games. All the series pretty much ended prematurely.
Yes.
Nobody went past 5 games, right? Yeah.
A lot of gentlemen sweeps.
Yeah, Cavs in 4, and the rest of them were in 5.
Yeah.
Not what I expected at all. I got the 2 West Coast series. I picked Golden State and the Warriors both in 5, but I picked Philly in 6. Obviously, that didn't happen. And the Cavs I picked in 7. I think I gave Toronto a little too much credit, right?
We both did. I figured 6 or 7 too. I mean, shit, they won 59 games.
Yeah, I think everybody gave them probably more credit than they deserve because I don't think anybody saw them getting swept.
We're not going to, you know what? We're going to have a baby dinosaur free zone today. We're going to lead them. Well, you know what? We can't necessarily do that. We were talking about dubs and L's before we get on. I'm going to give a dub and an L to Dwayne Casey. He's going to win Coach of the Year, and he might lose his job at the same time.
Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that something? But hey, we're going to leave them baby dinosaurs alone, man. They licking their wounds somewhere, trying to figure their lives out. They don't know what's about to happen.
Right. I couldn't find the Groupon for that eligible arrangement. I'm not paying full price.
Right.
Them shit's expensive.
Right.
So maybe a card will do.
Yeah, that'll work. We
got to find their address to their headquarters in Toronto.
That'd be so dope.
I wonder how many stamps we got to put on a card to send it
to Canada. Shit, that's a good question. Why don't we just email
them? Give them an e-card.
Yeah, give them an e-card. Shit.
That's all that's
out that building. Well, you can't even say that because they got to start working on the draft or whatever, trying to get better.
Yeah. So we'll get into it. As always, people, we appreciate y'all checking in with us and watching us on the YouTube channel. Remember to watch, like, keep hitting that subscribe button. We had 2 new users that popped up that subscribed to the YouTube channel, and I'll give you guys a shout out here in a moment as soon as I pull your handles. But again, thanks you for that love and support. Remember to keep leaving us some comments as well. Also, those of you guys that listen to us on the Spreaker platform, we appreciate that as well. Keep checking in with us there and leaving some comments and things. Hey, you got that IG page still up and popping, right? I see you going hard with it.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody on there. Comment. Tell me what you're feeling. I don't mind arguing. I guess I'm right if ain't nobody saying nothing. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate it. Everybody repping their teams. We into it. Social media is a job, man. I see why people be hiring folks to do that. Well, we get us an intern, we gonna have his ass busy.
It's a 24/7, right?
That shit's a job.
Oh man, the two new subscribers on the YouTube channel. Shout out to Pod Squad and also Ted Major for checking in with us. Again, pass that on to your friends, family, and everybody. Have them watch, like, and hit that subscribe button as well. And as always, shout out to our sponsors. Shout out to Distinct Finds. Ladies, go shop at Distinct Finds on the eBay website for the latest in your women's and children's luxury fashion items. Don't forget to use that promo code AASports10 for a 10% discount. Also, shout out to the Shea Butter Jones food truck, another small business that's going to be up and popping here this week. If you see a food truck, a ratchet food truck riding around the city of Atlanta, they're my people. Shop with them. Good food. Hey, let's get down to this thing, man. Where we going to start at? We got to put a couple people to bed, right?
Yeah. Let's start there before we go into this game last night. Okay, we were on here Tuesday, and I don't even think we gave it 30 minutes or 10, 15 minutes to talk in regards to those West Coast games. We kind of figured which way it was going to go. I will say this. Utah surprised me. I think they might have got that game had Donovan not got hurt.
Yeah, because I think we were on. Yeah, we were on during that game. It was halftime when we got off, and I thought it was going to be a blowout come third quarter. But Utah was hanging in there, going pretty well until Donovan Mitchell knocked knees with. I think was it Harden. He knocked knees with.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. As soon as he went out, I was like, well, that's it.
That's it.
But Utah they still hung right in there though.
Yeah. I tell you what, man. If you look at that squad, the guys on that team, that's just a hodgepodge of just pieces. Not a lot of stars, but good rotational guys. And that speaks to Quinn Snyder to be getting the most out of that team.
Right.
Outside of Donovan, I mean, you can say Rudy's a star, defensive star, but that's it.
Yeah, they're pretty much. I thought the injuries caught up to him because, Donovan was out. Dante Exum, who had been playing pretty decent in the series, he was out last night. And Rubio didn't play at all in the series. Not that I think that those players would have put them over the hump to win. But I think if Rubio at least was playing, they could have stretched it to 6 because that would have caused, Donovan to play his regular role and be off the ball more versus having so many ball handling duties.
I tell you what. Well, I keep thinking the Dubs now that we're into the show. Got to give a dub to Chris Paul, man. His last 2 games for Houston, busted ass.
Yeah, he played great, especially the fourth quarter of Game 5. And Harden was having not a Harden night. He was kind of off, but
he's been kind of shaky this playoff. He's been rather shaky this playoff, hasn't he? He hasn't had them regular season games that that he was putting up. He's been a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I expect that, though. Nobody going to let him go off for 45 every night in the playoffs. That ain't happening.
I tell you what I hate. That shit that him and Chris Paul do when they just – you remember Reggie Miller used to kick his legs out on the threes. It's like these dudes jump into your hand, and that's 3 shots. And they're so good at it. They're so good at that shit.
Yeah, so, I blame the defenders for not adjusting.
Yeah, that too. But Utah got handled. Looking at their team, what they got going forward. I mean, that's just – I guess what's always going to be a challenge for Utah is they're Utah. They can play, but are you going to sit there and spend your prime years living in Utah?
I mean, it depends on the team. I don't think the location – I don't think these players of today think about the location as much as our generation do. I honestly don't think it factors that much into it. Not more than the nucleus of what kind of team you got there.
Yeah.
Now it could be a deciding factor if you're looking at it multiple teams, all things even.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go play in the sunny weather versus the snow or somewhere with some nightlife, as Joakim Noah would say, rather than Utah.
But they got a good culture up there, and I guess one thing, if I'm a young player, a borderline, I could go either way. I want to look at who can make me better. And Rubio's, I guess I can't put all that on Quinn Snyder because he was doing better in Minnesota. But it seems like he had a really good year with this team. I mean, he actually found a corner 3.
Right.
So we'll see.
Sometimes a change of scenery, change of coach, and all of that can, do wonders for a player.
Yes, sir. But he's free. Well, he has 1 more year left. I'd like to assume they're gonna re-sign him. I mean, what other way they gonna go?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what kind of cap space they have, but I don't really think they need to make any wholesale changes.
I mean, I like Joe Ingles. He's an irritant, but he can play. Jay Crowder got to be upset. His deal is just – he still has 2 more years on that deal. Still. He will never see a big payday. That was it.
Yeah, he's not a – yeah, he's a role player.
Yeah, but, a couple summers ago – well, I guess it all goes back to that couple summers ago. He might have fucked around and got $75 million. With what these cats is getting paid, he's on their caliber. Well, at least coming from Boston at that time, he was putting up them numbers.
Right.
But I digress. All right, New Orleans. They put up a bit of a fight, too, until about, I want to say, the 3rd quarter. I didn't see a lot of that game. That was on late, and I knew what was going to happen. So I just didn't watch a lot of that. Them Golden State games that start at 10:30, that's no bueno on the East Coast. But shout out to the Pelicans, man. I did not see this coming again. I think I've said it on here a few times before. When Boogie got hurt, I thought they were finished. Done deal. season over, back in the lottery. That's good experience to go to the semifinal, get 5 games with Golden State. That's solid. That's something to build on.
Yeah, and probably their move of the year was acquiring Mirotic after Boogie got hurt, because that damn sure helped them kind of steady the tide, so to speak.
I think you said it the other
Steady
day.
the ship, brother.
I think you said it the other day. Like, man, they could probably use Boogie in this series here to slow things down.
Mm-hmm.
They really could have used him.
Yeah, they could have. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about him. We'll see. I mean, right now the big question is what are they going to do with Boogie? Pretty much.
Well, they got to figure out Boogie. They got to figure out Rondo. Mirotic is on the last year of his deal. I mean, the only people who are pretty much there and signed are Holiday and AD. So they got flexibility, but like you said, it comes down to Boogie. Got to see what happens. But they're done. We can go on to an actual game now. Philly and Boston. I predicted that Philadelphia would win this game, and I was looking pretty good for a while there. I really was going to win this game. This my prediction. And it went left the last 4 minutes. Was it about 4 to 5 minutes? It just went left. Young team, man. And it just highlights what we've been saying for a while. If they get a wing, they're going to be all right. Ben Simmons is solid. Embiid is solid. Redick missed some shots that he normally wouldn't miss. That last 3 he missed, which I think it would have put him up 7 or 8. I was like, that broke their back right there. If he would have made that shot, I think they would have been straight.
Yeah, I look at the shot. I don't know. I don't know if it was before or after that one. I think they were up 5 at the time. It was about 2 minutes and some change left, and McConnell came down the court, dribbled all the way down the side, behind the goal, circled back around,
and missed it.
And missed the little shot. He short-armed it. He really should have been backing out to run a little more clock.
Yep.
But if you're going to shoot the ball right there, you got to make that shot. You got to make that one. I think that one hurt.
Those plays was back-to-back, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. They were back.
Because they got the lead after they came back. They got a little lead there, a couple bucket lead, and like you said, one more bucket to put them to that 3-possession lead probably would have been enough. Yep. But they weren't able to do it. And man, Embiid, what's up with everybody missing these bunnies at the end of games, man?
Man, you got to put a lot of that on Aaron Baines, though, because he played good defense. And people probably going to say I'm full of shit for saying that. You can get 25 to 30, but got to work for it. That's good defense. Baines was playing him straight up. They weren't really doubling him. And he was, keeping him, making it difficult. That was all defense right there because he let him get all the way basically up under the rim. Mm-hmm. I mean, he still had a good chance to get it. But
I say it's more on Embiid for me because he was able to get his arms above his shoulders and head to get the shot up.
Right.
He just kind of short-armed it. So.
And you can't even talk about fouls and shit. That's the playoff. You let them play that late in the game.
Yeah. I didn't mind. I'm glad the ref swallowed the whistle.
Yep.
I'm glad they swallowed the whistle on that.
If they wouldn't have, that would have been some more of that. They trying to extend the series shit instead of letting them play.
Right.
Yeah. But past that, I mean, Boston's good, man. Rozier had 17, 6, and 2. Big free throws late. I don't have Marcus Smart on this sheet. Most people probably won't even look at him and say, "Oh, he was a big factor." Marcus Smart was huge for them down the fourth quarter. Defense,
absolutely.
That he made that tip in on that Tatum miss. That pretty much was that was the final go ahead, if I'm not mistaken.
I think it was because I forget who was guarding Tatum, who just basically gave him a free reign to the right to the rim. Tatum missed it, and I think it was it Sarge? Whoever was guarding Marcus Smart did not block it.
Yeah, just watched him come over and just lay the ball in.
There was a lot of that going on for Philly in that fourth quarter. Embiid didn't box out on the play and let somebody steal a rebound from him, and they put it back up and got a second chance scoring opportunity. It was so many little things for Philly that cost them at least 2 of these games, at least 2 of them.
Why would they Why were they switching everything and letting Al Horford have a small guard on him? Don't it seem like they should have just instead of switching, stayed with Embiid should have stayed with Horford.
Yeah, well, these teams are lazy. You see them now. They go to switching before the damn screen even get there.
Right.
So there ain't really much fighting through screens these days, from what I see.
Yeah, I mean, how does that help your team with T.J. McConnell trying to hold Al Horford on the block and
Right.
out there watching Terry Rozier? That don't help shit. And they kept doing it.
Not at all.
But I heard a comment. Well, Embiid was telling this story after the game. He said that Ben walked up to him and showed him his hand and said, "We're gonna have a lot of rings on these fingers." I was like, they are not lacking confidence.
Not at all. Ben, the only way that happens is, homeboy, you start shooting some jumpers.
Because he refuses to shoot outside of LA.
I was in there last night as the game was getting down to the end, and you could tell it was going to come down to probably a last possession game. I'm like, what's going to happen if he end up with this ball in his hands 25 feet from the basket,
right?
Nobody to pass it to, and the shot got to go up. What is he going to do?
How many superstars you know are the consistent take out the ball person? Because he don't want to get fouled, and he ain't going to shoot no jump shot. I gotta believe that this is his LeBron 2011. See, this is his moment. If he don't come back with a jump shot, at least a remnants of a jump shot,
no,
you're not helping them. You're not. It's like I heard. I was listening to the radio today, and Colin was like, "Yeah, Lonzo Ball and De'Aaron Fox. Look at their shooting percentages. They're terrible. They shoot jump shots. Man is average shooting like 55%. He's only dunking or making layups.
Right.
Shoot the ball. That's crazy. He got to shoot the ball next year. He has to shoot the ball.
Yeah, that can't happen.
I mean, I ain't saying step to the 3-point line immediately. Hell, go 15 to 18 to start off. But you got to do something.
You got to get a mid-range. You got to. Now, I'm sitting there last night. Like, I think he had 20 last night. I'm like, all off cuts to the goal, layups, and a couple free throws.
When I'm doing his box score, it's not that hard. You ain't got to put free throws. You ain't got to put 3-pointers in there. That's all 2-pointers. That's it. But he'll get better.
18, 8, and 6, and he can't shoot a lick.
Imagine what's going to happen when he gets a jump shot. Just imagine. Or at least half a jump shot.
Yeah.
Half dudes, if you think about it, you don't have to have a great jumper. Hell, there's only a few people with Steph, Clay, and KD that are just, some other cats who are just legit shooters. But the rest of these dudes, DeMar DeRozan can't shoot.
Yeah, he just this year developed a 3-pointer.
Right, and he been in the league 7-8 years.
Right, and I didn't see it none in the playoffs
at all. He just all that shit they said this year. We're changing the offense. We're going motion. We're shooting threes. They went right back to it.
Amen.
Right back to what they've been doing.
Yes, sir.
Man, bless his heart, Dwayne Casey. Bless his heart. But all right. So with Philly, do they need to go get a piece?
I mean, they do. They need that score slasher. Now, can Fultz be that dude? I think that's the question. So, with them getting this far this year, with what they had, being young, Fultz not playing, I think they come back now. If a big chess piece comes available, like a Paul George or somebody like that, LeBron, which I don't even like that fit. I'm not gonna go there tonight.
I don't like that.
Outside of somebody like that, I say they hold fort. They got a decision to make with Redick because he's free.
He's not getting $23 million next year.
No, hell no. So they got a decision to make with that, but they don't need a big overhaul. They got a nice nucleus and Embiid, Simmons, and Sarge. You add Fultz to that, I think that'd be all right.
I was thinking.
I think they probably need to put Covington on the bench.
Yeah, 6 man.
No, yeah.
But they don't really need no more young players. I'd be trying to move that draft pick because they're gonna get the Lakers pick. As long as it's not 1 or 2, they're gonna get their pick. I'd be trying to move that. Find me somebody who can help me right now. You don't need to go no younger. To me,
unless you can get a young cat that fits what you need.
Yeah.
you know.
And I'm trying to think in that draft. I mean, I ain't watched for so much of these young boys, but we're gonna see. We'll know a lot by next time we on here because the lottery is next Tuesday, so that'll determine a lot as far as with Cleveland, where they're gonna be picking, where Philly gonna be picking. We'll at least know some of that next week, but we'll see. You think, Coach? You know, they were talking about getting rid of him. He ain't bad. I mean, he didn't coach great this playoff.
Brent Brown.
Yeah, he ain't coached great, but he wasn't terrible either. So it's a learning experience.
It is. He did okay.
Shit, he coaching.
Going from where they were last year to this year, players healthy.
10 games last year, right?
10, maybe 20.
Yeah, so shit, he playing offense with one hand behind his back. You gotta shoot, Ben. You gotta shoot, dog.
Yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back for another run with the team.
All right, Boston. They're heading on to play Cleveland, but before that, Brad Stevens, universally recognized. Well, I can't say that. We'll say in a lot of circles, he's recognized as at least in the conversation for the best coach in the league. He's at the table at least where they're talking. He didn't get one vote for Coach of the Year.
Well, I saw that, but this is not the real Coach of the Year vote.
This is just the AP one or the coaches talking?
Yeah, this ain't the media is the one. That's the one that counts. I think that one will be announced sometime at the end of the month at that award show. This one with the coaches,
I would accept.
It's crazy that he didn't get a vote, but at the same time, if you think about the fact that each coach only gets one vote,
okay,
and Casey got most of them, and then you look at the other 6 or 7 coaches that got, I think, one vote. I mean, it could be friends voting for friends or somebody they just wanted to give recognition to.
Did you see the list?
I did. I couldn't remember all the names that were on it, but it's surprising that he didn't get a vote. But looking at the process, I didn't really bat an eye at it twice. Now, if they got like 2 and 3 votes where they got to pick first, second, third, and he didn't get a vote, then yeah, that's a little head scratching. But if you got one vote, you only get to pick one player.
Yeah, I mean you're 100 on that. I'm just surprised. I mean the coaches stick together. I know that. But you know what? I wonder when this vote happened.
That's a good thing. That's a good question too.
If this vote happened over the last week, when all this heat started to pick up for Casey, and they stick together, They was like, nah, they gonna have to fire the Coach of the Year.
Yeah, these vote things normally happen like right as the regular season is ending.
Okay.
It's not supposed to include playoffs at all.
Right.
I wish that they would start including the playoffs.
It should.
I would I said regular season, for example, I thought Ben Simmons would get a slight edge for Rookie of the Year over Donovan Mitchell. But if you factor in and you hold that vote and factor in the playoffs, then Donovan Mitchell overtook him, for Rookie of the Year.
I kind of want a Jason Kidd, Grant Hill situation with them.
Well, for co-MVPs?
Yeah, co-rookies. I mean, they both had solid years. I believe Donovan averaged, 18 as a rookie? Basically, the offense. But
I don't like that sharing. Pick one of the. I like picking one or the other, so that way the other one can be mad and have some fuel for the next.
That's true. Yeah, nothing wrong with fuel. Nothing wrong with it. And I feel pretty confident that it's gonna go to Ben. I feel real confident about that. But I don't think it's gonna be a ticker tape parade like it was before, because everybody's like, okay, he's good, but that boy out in Utah is really good too.
And what you're gonna see is if Ben does get it, you're gonna see a lot of people on Twitter, of course, man, he shouldn't have got it, blah, 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 because they're going to be factoring in the playoffs. Those awards do not count. That does not include the playoffs. I hate the way the timing and when they announce it because it makes it seem like it should,
right.
But it does not include the playoffs, people. Only regular season.
And if we're talking about Donovan inviting himself to the party, hell, Jason Tatum, if we're going out the playoffs, that boy's an offensive machine.
Yeah.
First year, but we liked him at Duke. So I'm not surprised at this. I didn't think it was going to catch on this fast, but, solid kid.
I think Gordon Hayward being out, Kyrie being out, they had no choice. They had to grow up real quick. And this is going to be another challenge for them going up against LeBron in Cleveland. They got the heart. They got the grit. They play the defense. But we know LeBron in the playoffs and how that goes, so.
I'm trying to figure out who they're going to put on. Well, they'll probably put Morris because he's like the thickest dude.
He's gonna probably be in a lot of foul trouble.
A lot of foul trouble. Bron gonna do him like he was doing his brother down there in DC. You have pissed off at all times. But I'm gonna say Cleveland in 6.
I got him in. I'll take him in 7 again. I like this Boston team. They scrappy.
They got heart, man.
They really scrappy. I know they won a game in Philadelphia, but did they have some struggles in the first round on the road?
They lost both them home games to Milwaukee in the beginning.
Milwaukee, right. So we'll see how that goes. But how many times did they play this year?
3 times.
3? Okay. I think Cleveland won 2 of them. I don't really take much out of regular season.
It's a different ball game, and especially with this, because when I was working on it, I was like, well, shit, this kind of really don't count because Kyrie played all 3 of these games.
I don't think he played the last one, did he?
Yeah, he did play the last one. That last game was on mid-March or so, and he got shut down a little bit after that.
Okay, that's the one that I think everybody was waiting on. I think Cleveland won by 100.
Yeah, they beat the shit out of them. But you made a good point there when you was like they had to grow up. This team here is constructed to be good for a while. Because this experience these boys got now and what they about to have to go through, they're probably going to throw Jaylen Brown at them too. You remember Jaylen guarded him last year, and it didn't work out well for him, but he tried.
He gonna have heart.
Yeah.
Now, what concerns me, like I said, they got a couple bodies they can throw at him with some length. But if you put, say, Jaylen Brown, for instance, or Morris, or whoever too much on LeBron, is that going to start to affect their offense?
It should. He should live in the post this whole series.
And Boston needs Jaylen Brown to score. They need Marcus Morris to come out. Does he come off the bench?
Yeah, he comes off the bench. And I forgot about Smart. They're going to try him on him too. They're going to throw bodies. I mean, they're going to throw a lot of bodies at him.
Yeah, they're going to throw a lot of bodies. Speaking of Cleveland, we're going to give
yes,
retroactive L to Rodney Hood. We missed it Tuesday, but of course he gets an L for refusing to come off the bench in the 30-point blowout loss in 7-8 minutes. That would have been a good 7-8 minutes
for him to
get, especially for him to get a rhythm. He's been playing like hot garbage the whole playoff.
That's what made no sense. And I saw his little apology. He was like, "Yeah, man, Jose wanted to go in." I said, "Let him go, cause you're a restricted free agent and you refuse to go in a blowout game." When you could have went out there. You remember the other night when Jordan Clarkson went in, shot every time he touched the ball late?
Yeah.
He was trying to get his numbers up. Look, Larry Nance dunked everything he touched. That's what you do. You get your profile up. That was a sucker move, Rodney. And I like you. That was a sucker move right there. I can't believe we forgot that the other night, but, we're going to start giving out these retroactive L's because we don't.
I think the baby dinosaurs, them being just what they are, he was focused on that, and he slid under the radar. But not tonight, bro. Not tonight. We got your ass.
Now, we talked a lot about what Boston gonna do with Cleveland, but Cleveland gonna have to guard these young boys.
It's gonna be a test for them as well. You're right, because especially with how they've been up and down on the defensive end, this ain't Toronto.
Kyle Korver will try to chase Jason Tatum, barbecue chicken.
Or they're gonna put JR on him.
I'm thinking they're going to put JR on Jaylen. I'm thinking. But you know what?
You're right.
He probably needs to be on but Korver can't stick with Brown.
He definitely can't stick with Brown.
Really can't stick with either one of them, but he'll have a better chance because Tatum ain't really, fast. He's just, he's a slower player, but
that's going to be an interesting matchup because just like Korver's going to have to chase him around. Tatum's going to have to chase him around on the other end as well, unless it's a cross matchup.
Right.
So it's going to be some interesting matchups.
Who's a power forward? Is it Morris? No, they play Baines. I'm sorry. They play Baines.
You know what lineup they go with. Sometimes they'll go Baines, Horford. Sometimes they'll go small and put Al at 5 and Morris at 4.
I'm interested to see Kevin Love, and they're probably gonna play him at 5, so he should be pulling Baines out to the 3-point line. But I like when he was in the post. It seems like Love's game picks up when he plays inside out instead of outside in.
But I don't think he's gonna be able to post the same against the Celtics like he did with Toronto. Toronto had smaller guys.
Yeah.
Boston gonna throw either Baines and or Horford at him.
He'll have better luck, I think, with Horford than Baines.
Yeah, Horford plays some solid defense though.
Yeah, he is. I'm not shitting on his D, but I just think Baines is more of a banger.
Right. If Baines is on him, I'm taking him outside.
Right.
If I'm Kevin Love, and if it's Horford, I'm taking him down low.
And shout out to Al Horford. I think I mentioned it the other day. He is playing I ain't seen him play this good in a while. In a while.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, vet, he realizes the magnitude of the situation, and he got to step up. So,
did you see that lob he caught the other night?
I did. I haven't seen that since Florida.
I didn't think he could get up like that. No way. I really didn't.
Yeah.
But I'm still taking Cavs in 6. You got Boston in 7. I mean, I took Milwaukee to beat these boys, so I got egg all over my face the rest of the playoff because Giannis and them, they've been home for a good minute now. They were supposed to win that series. They had the talent, but you're well coached like this. Everybody got heart. They ain't scared of nobody.
Right.
Speaking of which, George Hill, he should be able to stay in front of Terry Rozier, right?
He should be able to.
Yeah, that's a big.
We'll see.
Yeah. So it should be a good time Sunday. I'm thinking Cleveland gonna come out. One thing we ain't even mentioned just now. Bron ain't played a game since last Monday?
Yeah, Monday's when they played, I think. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday.
And they're not playing till Sunday. That's a lot of rest. Even in that hyperbaric chamber, all that. I think he's gonna come out and try to steal their heart first game. Show them that it's real.
Yeah. I mean, the people of Boston, they know about LeBron come play all time. They know about King James come play all time. So we're gonna see. It's gonna boil down to, or are they gonna get, are the Cavs gonna get the help out of the others, as Shaq would say, like they did in the Toronto series.
100%. That changed everything. They basically showed up after Game 7 in Indiana, and they've been pretty solid since then.
Right.
But Indiana ain't Boston, so you're gonna have to play.
Absolutely.
All right, let's get on to the big one, the big boy that everybody been waiting on. A lot of people will call this the NBA final. I don't believe that. Bron and them will get 1, maybe 2 if they get there. But Houston and Golden State. Daryl Morey has been talking about this since last summer?
Right.
Last 2 years. Calling them out every chance he get, trolling them on Twitter. I think that was the dumbest shit ever. Just the dumbest shit. I don't even think this series goes 6 games. I just don't. Golden State is going to beat their ass.
You're giving them no shot, huh?
5 games.
Even with home court. 5
games. Okay, look at it this way. Houston's number one thing is if they get hot on offense. If they get to hitting threes and balling, it's hard to beat them. What they're good at, Golden State is great at. Mm-hmm. And you look at them matchups. It's going to be awesome to see Clay and Harden, CP3 and Steph, Capella and Green. Who you going to throw at to really stop Kevin Durant? And we ain't even talking about their bench. Their bench is decent. Golden State's, I mean.
Yeah, they're going to have P.J. Tucker on them. They're going to have Trevor Reeves on them, trying to body him up.
Both of them giving up? How many inches are both of them giving up?
P.J. Tucker might be 6'7", give or take. I mean, yeah, they're going to give up inches, either one of them, but it's also about putting the body on them, always being there, being an irritant.
Too. That's another body, 6'8", to throw it. But,
so, yeah, you just always want to be there. And if KD goes off and get his, hey, he gets his. You just can't let everybody get off and get theirs.
I'm looking real forward to Chris Paul, too. He plays some good defense, but I don't believe he can stay in front of Steph.
No, we know Steph been cooking his ass the last couple of years. There's many highlights out there, So we know that ain't happening, unless Steph re-aggravate his knee injury or something.
Shit, hey, Chris Paul, Hey,
we've been waiting on that annual Chris Paul nut punch or something, right?
Give him a nice little knee to the side and they standing there or something. Hey, man, I think he realized if they can beat this team, they go win the favorite in the finals. But they got home court, man. They got home court, but you've been calling their name out. I love what Draymond said the other day. I don't agree with a lot of stuff he said, but I love what he said the other day. We ain't worried about playing Houston. We're focused on getting the third title. They've been calling us out for a year. We ready to play now. All that talking's over with. I think, and I love the way they played it this year. They hadn't even mentioned them. Them dudes been talking all year long. Capella said they got a better team than them in January.
I mean, that's how it is when you gunning for the team that's been on top for the last several years or a few years or 3-4 years, whatever. Everybody knows that's who you coming for.
Yeah, and but Charles Barkley made a good point last night. He said Chris and Harden got to play great every night for them to have teams. Every night.
Can't have no off nights. Harden can't be out there on that bullshit.
But you think about it. Steph cannot have a good night and they can win. KD can have a so-so night and they can win. And I ain't talking about, a 4 or 5 point win. They can blow your ass out with one of them not having a good game. You can't do that. Your boys got to ball. They need Eric Gordon to have a good game every game.
Yeah. I mean, as we say that, Houston known for dropping the 30, 40 point quarter on your ass in a heartbeat too.
Yeah. Is it going to be any – there got to be some defense played in this series.
Defense is going to be the key, and we know Houston's defense can be optional at times.
But like you said, they got a few people who do play defense. Shit, James Harden played defense. He made a huge steal the other night late in that game to kind of seal it. So, I mean –
don't sleep on Capella in that middle. I think he's going to be an X factor too.
Oh, yeah, I like Capella. But I just don't see a way for them to beat them 4 times in 2 weeks. I just don't.
Yeah, I'm taking Golden State in 6 myself.
Okay. Not too far off. But they can go in there and snatch their heart on Monday. Turn right back around. I mean, because they're looking at history. They get this third one. This will be their 4th straight final they get there, right?
Right.
That'd be 3 already. And they're all in their prime. So, hey, we'll see. I'm looking forward to that. I don't have no football tonight, nothing else in that regard. Adrian Peterson came out and said he's ready to show everybody he's still the best. Bless his heart.
Word.
Bless his heart. Randy Gregory, he's reapplying. Bless his heart, too. And that's it.
Man, Randy Gregory, he got drafted, 3 years ago now, right?
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Has he played 3 games?
Maybe not.
Okay.
I've been wanting to give these dudes the benefit of the doubt, man. You let weed take your career, cuz. Weed.
Hey, man. Weed is great. It ain't that damn great.
Your career?
Yeah.
The 2nd round draft pick.
Yeah, we ain't talking about your career as a project manager somewhere either. We're talking about millions of dollars.
Right. With the chance. Man, you think about it. Didn't they have him and Greg Hardy on the team at the same time?
Yeah.
That's why Stephen Jones is in charge now, people. That's why. That's exactly.
He was in charge at the time.
Oh, he was?
Yeah,
I thought Trey was still kind of running, but he was in the background whispering. Now he's out front.
Stephen kind of been ever since they got rid of T.O.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Stephen been there for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, what a time ago. Damn, that was how many years ago?
Oh, wow.
I'm still interested. Speaking of T.O., I'm still interested to see who he goes in the Hall of Fame as. What team he goes under.
That's a good question.
It
gotta be y'all.
You don't like
he ain't gonna do it, right?
Yeah, he don't like us.
Who?
It's gotta be.
He played one. Gotta be Dallas.
Probably gonna be for him. It's probably gonna be Dallas, even though he only played a year and a half.
Yeah.
2 years, maybe.
Maybe 3 at the most.
I mean, he had his probably best statistical season with the Eagles.
Can't do that after you blew up that team after 1 year. Can't go with a Buffalo Bill or a Bengal.
I hope he don't do that.
Gotta be Dallas. Hey, good news too. You see that they said the draft just might be in Nashville.
Really?
That's the lead. That's what Bleacher Report said. They said they're in the pole position for
it. What does Nashville have to offer?
Barbecue, from what I understand. That's it.
That's Memphis. Damn. Nashville. They got like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Grand Ole Opry,
No.
country music.
Country music. Okay, that's what Nashville's known for, country music. Okay. I mean, I'll go to Nashville. It's only a couple hours up the road.
Bingo, bango. Road trip.
I'd rather go to Vegas. This is for next year, right? 2019?
2019.
All right, cool. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll keep an eye on that. Hey, tell these people where to reach you out on social media, baby, before we can get out, so we can get up out of here.
At Rike6000, holla at me. I talk sports.
Right. You can holler at me at Diego Barish. I'm on Twitter as well. Again, don't forget to keep checking in. Last time I checked, I think we're 8 or 9 subscribers away from 100 on that IG page. So yeah, keep subscribing there. Keep enjoying that content. As always, keep watching us on the YouTube channel. Watch, like, hit that subscribe button, leave us some comments. Same thing goes for the Spreaker platform if you're listening on the go. So for Uncle Hate, for Diego Barish, we will holler at you guys next week. Got a couple days off with no basketball. Conference finals. The East Conference finals start on Sunday at 3:30. In the West on Monday at 9 o'clock. So we'll be with you guys on next Tuesday to give a recap of Game 1. And just to reiterate our predictions, I think Hate took the Cavs in 6 and Golden State in 5. And I'm taking the Cavs in 7 and Golden State in 6. So I hope those predictions play out better than the rest of the playoffs have for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if we got 7-game series in both of them. That'd be dope.
Yeah, television dollars.
Yes, sir.
All right, good people. We appreciate y'all again, man. Y'all be easy. We be out till next week. Y'all have a good one. Peace.